Well, the president's son, Hunter Biden, found guilty on all 3 gun charges, facing up to 25 years in prison.
What the fuck kind of gun did he have? Because I thought it was only 10 for guns.
Yeah, I don't know, but I guess he was like, I think he was like a felon at the time, or like a convicted drug user or something. He wasn't supposed to have the gun at all.
Right.
And he went and bought the gun anyways. And Joe Biden said that he's not going to pardon him once he gets, sentenced.
Yeah, Biden's fucking retarded too, because the same shit he's talking about with, we need more background checks and this and his own son.
Yeah.
It's like a big contradiction. I don't like Biden, to be honest with you, and all the shit that he's trying to do. I've never related to a president more than Trump now, because he's a felon. I'm a felon. We're felons together. Let's fucking do something for the felons and make it so that it's not as hard for us to get jobs and vote and fix the gun shit, because, he can't have a gun for life now.
Mm-hmm.
It's forever. I don't think that should be true. And matter of fact, they just, the 9th district, I think, they just appealed and released a guy out of California. He got caught with a gun as a felon. He appealed it, saying it's unconstitutional to keep nonviolent felons from owning guns after their sentences have been completed. And he fucking got his shit reversed and got out. So now it's in consideration that nonviolent felons can have their gun rights restored after completion of their sentence.
Well, I've always believed that once you do your time, you should come out with a clean slate. Yeah. I don't believe in forever punishment. The fact that a felony follows you around for the rest of your life, stops you from getting jobs, stops you from renting apartments, stops you from carrying a gun if you were nonviolent. Now, I can understand if you kill somebody and you were convicted of it, it's probably not a bad idea to not have the ability to have a gun after that.
Yeah. But you know that you can't even have body armor as a felon. You can't have anything that would protect you as a felon. So it's like in Florida, there's another twist to it. You can't conceal any weapon as a felon. So if you have a knife that's deemed a weapon in your pocket in Florida, that's illegal. You can't conceal any weapon as a felon in the state of Florida. So it's like the whole right to defend yourself is gone once you get that conviction. And the whole reason that they're reversing it is because when the Constitution was made, you didn't have all these extra felonies that we have now. Now there's a felony for fucking everything. Versus back then, if you did something serious enough for them to not let you have guns, they most likely just killed you. So it's like, I don't know, but shit got to change.
Yeah, I remember me and Tony Yayo were having a conversation the other day about how, this is something that 50 taught him, where he basically said, like, guns are not right for every occasion. Like, there are certain situations you should never have a gun in. And if you need to protect yourself, have a knife, have pepper spray, or, bring other people and so forth. Like, we were talking about the Taxstone situation where, like, Taxstone was attacked. And if you take a step back and you go to a place like Florida with Stand Your Ground, he was physically attacked. He was punched. He pulled out a gun and killed a guy. In Florida, if he had done this under a different situation, if he was a different type of person, he could have completely walked away from it. But he was a felon, so he wasn't allowed to have a gun, period.
Yeah.
And he pulled out that gun in a crowded nightclub with dozens of people around and shot and killed the guy. So there was really no way out of this situation.
Right.
If he had pulled out a knife and stabbed the dude and didn't kill him, a year or 2, 3 years maybe. If he had just gotten into a fist fight, even if he lost, nobody would have cared. Whatever. You know, he had Casanova with him. The two of them would have fought. They probably would have won anyways. But the fact that he pulled out a gun in this particular situation made it a situation where it was like, it's hard to get over it. And now he's doing 35 years.
Yeah.
And it's sad because this is my friend. Now he's basically saying how it should have run concurrent and he's in the process of appeal and he thinks it's going to get dropped or whatever else, you know, and I hope so. But like, you can't just pull out a gun in any situation. You just can't.
And not in New York.
Especially not in New York.
You come down south, you can pretty much do that.
Right. And especially in Manhattan.
That's why people have guns, because if you want to be the one that pulls out a knife, they're going to pull out the gun.
Right.
You know, and you'll end up with a gun charge instead of a murder charge. So it's like, which one you want?
Do you think Hunter Biden will get prison time? Really?
No, I don't. For his first conviction and who he is, nah. I don't think so.
Well, you know, you had mentioned Trump. Trump was found guilty on 34 felony counts.
Yeah.
The first U.S. president to get a felony. Do you think Trump is going to go to prison?
No. I don't think so. I honestly hope he becomes president again.
I don't see how he's not going to get elected. I am fairly sure at this point that he's going to get elected.
Yeah.
Unless they somehow stop him from running. But I even heard that the whole RICO case that's happening in Georgia, it's been delayed and there's no way they can really stop it.
I mean, I think that them fucking him over with this case is doing the opposite of what they wanted, because people have been getting fucked over for decades. Now it's happening to somebody that they're targeting politically. But the people that have been fucked over are relating to him even more because he's going through it. So it's like, I don't see that working on Biden's behalf or whatever, how that was supposed to play out. And then he can barely even fucking talk and stand up. So I don't know who the fuck would be dumb enough to go that way. But, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, it's not like Biden won by a landslide. I mean, he definitely won. But it wasn't by a landslide. And Trump was way more unpopular back then.
Well, I think that
Biden was way more popular back then.
There's certain ways to sway the crowd. One of the biggest ones is the race shit. You know, everybody wanted to paint Trump as a racist. If you had a MAGA hat, you were racist. And even with things coming out on Biden, you know, they had a speech or whatever it was come out on Biden where he was talking about he doesn't want his kids going to mixed schools because he doesn't want them growing up in a jungle. So it was like, he's got shit that he's said before, but, you know, people will sway things how they want to sway things. And I feel like a lot of people have woken the fuck up and they can see him for who he is and they see Trump now for who he is and they're leaning more towards him.